So we have this, I like to call it a documentary, although video project's okay. We talked about it at the last reunion, we've talked about it in a couple conference calls and stuff. We want to put a documentary together about Hardwick, and it's a little something we're going to do today with some interviews, hopefully tomorrow too. We're trying to fit them in between all the other business. These interviews would probably go along with the documentary, and it's about life on Hardwick, the stories from the vets on Hardwick. Some of the technical stuff of Hardwick is kind of interesting in some of the photos that Don has and kind of the before and after. And again, this pitch has kind of been brought up at the last reunion, but we
continued to finesse
we
it.
have continued to finesse it over the phone calls, and what we'd like to do is ultimately do an outline, script, recruit some people that can write really, really well, and then if Don and I go out there and just grab it, and I know that this could happen, I think it would be cheaper for the group for us to do this, rather than, I know in the past it was brought up to possibly maybe hire a company in London or somewhere local to go out and shoot this. We're just sort of pitching that, hey, you know, if we have a good script, a good outline, you guys come up with great ideas, you want to throw them in also, we can weed through all that and see exactly what we want to do. We think we could probably do this in spring.
Right.
I'm thinking with the trip. We may have to add a couple days to our trip to go out there and grab stuff, but that's kind of how it is.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the whole evolution was kind of do the then and now of Hardwick, the field, but overlaid with the stories of the veterans who were able to come home and tell their stories, and then coupled with the men who didn't come home, what their stories would have been. So, you know, just kind of day-to-day happenings, a lot of film and footage from the war, or film and pictures from the war, and then coupled with the then and now pictures, interviews with the veterans and or family members. If they said, you know, Dad always talked about going to such and such, or going to this pub, whatever, we'll try to lace that also. It'll give you kind of a feel for what it was like as best we can.